Welcome to Martinsville. Qualifying underway for the Sidewinder Racing League's Curious.org ARCA series. From Martinsville, Virginia. Half-mile short track. Two very slow corners and long straightaways in between. Almost feels like your drag racing. Luke is currently top of the charts. Lucas with a 20.202. Lap number 2 faster. 20.029. Nick Hammer's second. Nick's second lap is slower. Ty Leclerc goes P2. Gets his 33 machine up into the front row for now. Nick Hammer shows third. Dave Hoisma fourth. Quinn Newton fifth. Already jumped off track. Cliff Mullins disappeared on us. See if we can show you Ethan Evers. He jumps up now to the P2. Beats Ty Leclerc for second by 0.02 of a second. May not be glad he did. Garrett Borey still running his kids race scheme from Friday night. Got SpongeBob on board. Cool to see. EJ Johnson gets his Sharks car to 11th. Blake Giglio now up into the third spot, also running his kids car. Fun to see the guys sticking with the kids' created cars. Billy Davidson's Kia, 20.161, good enough for 6th fastest. Mike Chris in the 70. Mike's got to win this season. Mike's second lap slower. He will remain 9th. Scott Elson out practicing. Mike Edwards starts his first timed lap. 23 cars registered for this one. Garrett says put a 38 on the side of his car and he will run that kid's car all the time. We can do that. Mike Edwards 13th his first lap, 20:34. "14 cars always take out the 8. Mike Edwards second lap a little quicker, but remains in the 13th spot. We can show you Scott practicing. He's just out there driving it around. A little high there, Scott. A bit out of the groove. So far, only 19 cars have done the qualifying. 4 cars have not gone. Daniel Llewellyn, William Ashburner, Adam Crozier, and Jeremy Clapper-Newell. Looks like they are opting to start towards the back of the pack with only 50 seconds remaining. Could still get a lap in, but doesn't seem likely that they're going to. Scott's decided to go back out to give us something to look at. Cliff got no speed, boys. It's because you got that too new of a Pontiac. Needed to go older. The old Pontiac's one in front, sitting on the pole. Scott, back down pit road. Thanks for giving us something to look at, Scott, for the last 30 seconds. No one else on track. Appreciate you, my guy. And that does it for qualifying. Lucas Hoisma, your pole sitter. Let's see if we can grab Lucas, have a little chat while we load up here. Luke, yes, DG, got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, congrats on sitting on the pole. Seems like you get about every other pole you go for. Got it on front row today with that old school Pontiac. Paint scheme's looking nice. Ported over from the truck very well. What are you thinking for the race tonight? Is it going to be track position as king, or do you think tires will matter?
It's so early to tell. You know, Martinsville can be one of two ways. It could be a bunch of green flag runs, which is kind of rare, but it can happen. Or it can be the opposite side of the spectrum. We could get 20 yellows. So I'm hoping just for the fun's sake we get a bunch of green flag racing, but I think track position will be key, and starting in the front's going to help if we get a bunch of yellows.
Yes, sir. And you got 24 drivers on this half-mile track. I would not bank on long green flag runs.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I have faith in these guys though. I think we can do it.
It could happen. I'm not going to hold my breath.
Lower our expectations, right?
Yeah. Settle down a bit. All right, bud. Well, no better spot than to start from the front row. Good luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
Lucas Hoisman in the 97. Sitting on the pole for tonight, let's take a look at our starting grid. Here we go. Lucas Hoisman in the 97 Pontiac, Labor 12 on the hood and the sides. Blake Roebuck starts second in the App State Chevy. Blake Giglio, Toxic Twitch Chevy, starts in the third spot. Ethan Evers rolling off fourth in his Fort Worth Screen Esports Toyota. Ty Leclerc, J&E Welding and Fabrication Chevrolet, starts in the fifth spot. Billy Davidson's Kia starts sixth. Nick Hammer starting from the pits. Dave Hoytsman, the Honeycuts, haircuts for men. Is that a Buick? All right, Buick starts in the 8th spot. Mike Chris in the Ford CTC Racing rolls off in the 9th spot. Cody Cleaver's Mopar number 4, 10th. Quinn Newton Labor 12 Chevy, or Pontiac, excuse me, starts 11th. Cliff Mullins Fleming Paint and Body rolls off in the 12th spot. Mike Edwards Fort Worth Screen Esports Ford starts 13th. Garrett Boyd SpongeBob Chevy rolls off 14th. EJ Johnson San Jose Sharks Toyota starts in the 15th spot. Scott Elston Traxxas Chevrolet rolls off 16th. Ian Montrose SpaceX Chevy starts in 17th. Jonathan Ledger in the Mopar Dodge Throwback starts 18th. Zach Martinson, the Lordco Ford, starts in 15th. Jeremy Clapper Newell, the Martin Sports Ford Mustang, starts in 20th. Daniel Wallen starts 22nd in his Kids Scheme Throwback from Friday night's Kids Race. Will Asherbranner got a Kyle Larson throwback going on here. Farmers Insurance. Chevrolet Camaro there. A little gray and chrome throwback. Adam Crozier, Ken Schrader throwback. The M&M's. We're getting set for green flag, and here it is. Right on cue. Lucas Hoisman leads us down into turn number 1. We've already got a crash. EJ Johnson in the 91 is around. See if we can pick up what happened here. There's a stack up checkup right in front of him. Ian Montrose not checked up in time. Gets in the back of EJ Johnson, and around he goes right at the start. So an accordion effect on that inside line right on the start. Stacks up the field. EJ Johnson goes around. Discord's being loud for some reason. Go ahead and mute that. Huisma finds himself behind EJ Johnson. EJ Johnson between the pace car and our leader. Johnson will have to stay out and take a wave around here, but we'll give you a rundown of the race while we're here. Got 120 laps from this short track in Virginia. 1 fast repair, 4 sets of tires, 50% fuel. Right, Lucas? Could go green. Nope. Don't make it to turn 1. Inside line stacks up and around goes the 91. Yeah, my bad. I didn't realize it wasn't muted, but it is now. We're good. So the black and orange and teal machine of EJ Johnson, technically last car in lead lap. Only a lap down to the pace car. The leader is behind him, so he'll be able to wave around once the field gets the 1 to green. Lucas Hoisman still your race leader. Blake Roebuck second. Blake Giglio third. Couple of Blakes in the top 3. We'll start getting to interviews if we get a lot of yellow, but we're just getting settled in for this one. A lot of drivers in chat, so it should be relatively good time. Pick up some drivers, have a little chat. Big Roebuck, Alex Relling hanging out. Forward bike chat. I don't think Alex was racing tonight, but maybe he's crew chief. You got Fort Worth Screen guys, Mike, William, and Ethan. You got the Meatballs, Davison, Margison, and Elston. And CTC has quite a party going on. Like 10 people in her chat. Blockbuster has Montrose, Clapper, and Cleaver. And Too Extreme with Mullins, Boyd, and Crozier. Here we go. EJ Johnson's taking his wave around. Lucas Hoisman taking the outside on the restart. Going to lead us back to the green flag. We are back underway from Martinsville. First 5 laps going to be run under caution. Lucas Hoisman gets away cleanly. Oh, we got the 4-car around. That is Cleaver. And in front of him, Cliff Mullins. 55 Margison all picking up damage here. So far, still green. Very strange that that did not throw a yellow. Just real quick, take a look at what happened there. We're not going to get a yellow, so we'll have to do it quickly. Cleaver gets out wide. Back to the throttle, a little heavy, right into Mullins. Mullins, Margison, and the 21 of Boyd, nowhere to go. They all get stacked up and back to racing. Oh, who's that around? Is that the 21? 21 of Clapper goes around. And all kinds of incidents to start this race. Clapper then falls to the last car in the lead lap and has the leader to his outside. Lucas Hoisman probably surprised to have traffic so quickly. Hoisman, decent gap already to Giglio and Leclerc. Roebuck fell back. So Clapper now first car a lap down. Leader Lucas Hoisman. 1.2 seconds over Blake Giglio. 55 Margison's going to have to try and stay on a lead lap. Hoping for that next yellow. Field getting kind of strung out. Single file. At least through the top 10. Oh, Cliff Mullins is around. That's probably going to be a yellow. Oh man, EJ Johnson T-bones him. Nowhere to go for EJ Johnson. That was brutal. Lucas Hoisman pulls up to the scene. Cliff Mullins tries to get back going before he goes a lap down. Don't believe EJ Johnson will be quite as lucky. Let's go back and find out how Mullins went around. So you can grab the 37 here. Does he catch the curb or just do it under power? A little too much power coming off the corner for Cliff. He picked up a win this weekend in the street stocks. Not going as well for him in the ARCA so far. So that should give the lucky dog to Clapper. And there he goes, back on the lead lap. Martin Sports Elite Performance Industries Mustang gets back on the lead lap. Lucas Hoisman race leader, Blake Giglio second now, Tyler Leclerc third, Blake Roebuck falling to fourth. EJ Johnson's lost his hood. Ethan Evers in the 5th spot. Mike Chris coming down? No, he's just faking us out. Quinn Newton, Ian Montrose, Dave Hoitzman. Scott Elston up into the 10th spot. Garrett Boyd 11th. Mike Edwards 12th. Llewellyn 13th. Look at you in the 54 when the caution came out. We can attempt said things. Might take a minute. You hooked him on the straightaway. Would What'd you do that for? Oh, and then he backs into Goy. Is Llewellyn giving you incident points so that you can lead in the incident point category? Bandio not here tonight. You should be able to get a nice lead. Well, wherever you are, DWADdy Bama, we're 10% into this one. Lucas Hoistman, your race leader. Blake Giglio second, Tyler Clare third. Blake Roebuck in fourth. Ethan Evers fifth. Take a quick look at our standings while we circle under yellow. Mike Chris with a win. Mike Chris is in seventh right now. Lucas Hoistman, our leader, has a win. Ian Montrose, the SpaceX Chevy, in eighth, has a win. Blake Roebuck, the App State Machine, in fourth, has a win, and Tyler Clare in third. Getting set for the restart. Lucas Hoistman choosing the top again. That Pontiac gets a great restart. Tyler Clare going to try the outside of Blake Roebuck. Not able to get there. Now has Blake Roebuck to Tyler Clare's inside for third. It's Hoistman Giglio clear first and second. Tyler Clare third. Ethan Evers trying to get underneath Blake Roebuck. It's Mike Chris on his outside. They get single file. And we're single file through the top 10 that quickly. Now Garrett Boyd looking to the inside of Dave Hoitzman. Hoitzman's Buick trying to stay ahead of Garrett Boyd's Chevrolet. Dave gets to the outside wall going down the backstretch. Probably allow Boyd to clear coming through the corner. Now Daniel Llewellyn looks to the inside. Llewellyn trying to get into the top 10. Not quite able to get there, but Hoistman in the wall again. Daddy Dave. And gets very high going through the corner. That's going to drop him back several spots. Llewellyn, Edwards, and Cleaver all get through. Dave falls all the way back to the 13th spot after running 9th on the restart. 45's up and into the wall. Heard him smack it pretty good. Able to keep it going. Looks like Dalton Hayes missed the start of the race, but he's here now. Heading back out on the racetrack. Lucas Hoist was sliding that back end. Hardly know he's leading the race with that kind of a slide. It's like Tyler Clare just brushed the wall a little bit on the front stretch. Try to take as wide of an arc you can into these corners so you can carry your speed. Single file all the way back till the 10th spot. Mike Edwards, Daniel Llewellyn. Edwards gives him a little bit of a door bang. Makes the move. Edwards up to 10th, Llewellyn down to 11th. Dave Hoitzman under attack from Cliff Mullins in the 37. Oh, Dave gets a little out of shape, gets into Cliff. Cliff able to hang on to it. Those guys did a great job saving those race cars. Now Dave's all the way up to the outside wall. Going to cost him another 2 spots. Cliff Mullins and Zach Margison get by. Dave on the backslide ever since this one restarted. Biggest movers so far. Daniel Llewellyn up 11. Ian Montrose up 9. Garrett Boyd has gone around. Let's see what happens to our 21 car Daniel Llewellyn? Looks like he gets in there a little hot. Llewellyn gets out of shape. The back end starts to come around, and his right front gets into the left rear of the 21 of Garrett Boyd, sends that SpongeBob car around. That's what brought out this most recent caution. What's up, Jake from State Farm? Hello. Lucas Hoytsma coming down pit road. As is Quinn Newton. Dave Hoytsma, a lot of the CTC drivers on pit road. Not all of them, but a lot. About 90 laps to go. Thinking they can make it from here. Would be my guess on the strategy. Then stay out when everyone else fits later. Lucas Hoytsma, Billy Davison, Dave Hoytsma, Quinn Newton, Will Asherbranner, all coming down pit road. There's Asherbranner, there's Dave, there's Billy Davison. Quinn Newton already back out on track. So Lucas Hoytsma will find himself 17th. Nick Hammer 3 laps down. Dalton Hayes 22. Dalton missing the start. Not sure what happened to Nick Hammer to cause him to lose 3 laps. Didn't seem any big accidents or anything, so that's kind of strange. So new race leader, Blake Giglio. Number 16 car. In front of Ty Leclerc, Blake Roebuck, Ethan Evers, and Mike Chris. As we said, not all the CTC cars fitted. There's one leading and one in 5th. So teammates with a little bit of varying strategy up towards the front. We get the lights to stay on the pace car. We'll pull up Blake Giglio and have a chat. Don't want to bother him if we're going green though, so we'll find out in about a quarter of a lap. Lights are out on the pace car, so we will let Giglio focus on the race. Takes the high line as leader, putting Ty Leclerc down on the bottom front row for the restart. Got that out of angry ARCA break, doing some digging. I don't want to jinx it, but it hasn't been too terribly terrible so far. It could always be way worse than this. But wait, there's more. For sure. Still very early. Pace car dives in. Set to get restarted. Resumed. Coming to lap 34. Blake Giglio, Ty Leclerc. Ty got to jump about the same time. He's going to beat Blake back to the line. We'll see how iRacing scores that. Sometimes that's a no-no. We got another yellow. Looks like Quinn Newton drifting back. See what happens to the 5 machine. Oh no. Teammates getting into it. Black Labor 12 5 car gets contacted from the rear by the 79 Dave Hoytsman, and Dave gets into Quinn Newton's door. Dave Insta-Toad. Of all the nights to sacrifice to Tutega, tonight is the night. 10-4. Quinn Newton finds himself behind our pace car. Tyler Leclerc scored as race leader after that start, so I guess not nabbed by iRacing. That moment when you realize driver chat is not on because you had it off for the kids race. Driver's gonna have to talk to me in chat, old school style. See if we bring up Tyler Leclerc. Ty, DG, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Did NASCAR give you a black flag for that one, or did you make it?
No, I made it.
Nice. Yeah, we noticed you beat him to the line. Didn't know if it would get angry and say you passed before the start finish or any kind of crap like that.
He was mad at me because he didn't know I was in the Discord and he counted it down. So whatever, his loss.
That's his fault for counting it down.
Yep.
Well, good job on the start there, grabbing the lead and the caution coming out to go ahead and let you get lane choice here. You go take the top like everyone else, or you go stick to the bottom?
Nope, going bottom.
Sand forward, 33, sticking to the bottom. Roll bottom's always my theme.
Yep.
Tell me what your thoughts are on the race. You got about a third of it complete, 2/3 to go.
It's been cleaner than I thought. I'll say that. I figured we'd have cars upside down on fire by lap 2. So,
Nearly.
that's a plus.
Nearly.
But,
You don't sound so good. You feeling bad?
yeah, a little bit, but good enough.
Hey,
Gotta make all the races,
leading
so.
fixes everything, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Jake from State Farm says hi.
Oh, hi, Jake. How you doing?
All right, bud. Getting set for the one to go here, so we'll send you back down to team chat. Good luck.
Thanks, sir.
That is Tyler Leclerc in the 33. Getting a quick chat in with them while we're under yellow. And Quinn Newton should be going around the pace car. Don't know why he's behind it. Be very weird if it's not telling him to go around. It's really not telling him to go around. Which means we may get the green flag way earlier than expected. There they go. Tyler Leclerc gets a great restart. Gets a jump 1, Blake Giglio. Blake Roebuck to 3rd, Mike Chris 4th. Ethan Evers right up behind Mike Chris. Tries to stay out of the back of him, and around goes Ethan Evers in the 8 machine, trying to catch up to him. Jeremy Clapper gets into it. Cliff Mullins then turns the 8 again. Because once wasn't enough for the 8 to go around. So the 8, Ethan Evers tries to stay out of the back of the 70, and in doing so spins himself out. Ian Montrose, great move to avoid it in the grass. 21 of... Wow. 21 of Clapper gets involved, but I don't know what was going on with Mullins and Evers afterwards. That was strange. Let's take one more look at this one, try to slow it down. A lot happens at once. This one went way too far back. Went back 10 seconds for some reason. Let's not do that. Speed it up. Alright, so Evers gets into it, goes around, trying to stay out of the back of the 70. You see him locking the brakes up, spinning the car out. Right in front of Ian Montrose. Watch the move the one car makes down onto the curb to get around here. Great move by Montrose. Cliff Mullins nowhere to go, plows right into the side. And 21 checks up and gets turned by the other 21. Jeremy Clapper, the actual 21, gets turned by the 38/21 of Garrett Boyd. And then Evers and Mullins coming off the corner after they get it righted. Evers goes around again. I guess he was not knowing Mullins was there, or what happened. Very weird. Very weird. So Tyler Leclerc, race leader. Blake Giglio 2nd. On pit road right now, you have Ethan Evers, Scott Elston. No, not Scott Elston. Quinn Newton took a stop. William Ashburner currently on pit road. This is Evers in the 8 car. Evers probably taking some damage repair. And looks like why not taking a set of tires also. Ethan going to beat the pace car, stay on the lead lap. There's Asher Brenner. Elston's 19th, Clapper 18th, Quinn Newton 17th, EJ Johnson 16th, Daniel Llewellyn 15th, Adam Crozier up to 14th, started out in the back. Jonathan Ledger 13th, Billy Davison in 12th. Garrett Boyd, so I'm involved in that last accident. He's up to 11th. Got Margison and Hoisman 9th and 10th. Cliff Mullins 8th. Cleaver in 7th. Montrose 6th. Mike Edwards 5th. Roebuck in 4th. Christopher 3rd. Giglio 2nd. Tyler Clary, your race leader. Lights are out on our iRacing pace car. So we work our way down the backstretch, forming up 2 by 2. Pace car dives into the pit road. Tyler Clare will lead him to the green. Ty gets a little out of shape. Blake Giglio up right down on his quarter panel. They're going to be drag racing. Claire not able to get as clean of a restart as he would have liked. Takes the short way around and gets ahead of Giglio. Giglio going to try a crossover here. See if he full sends. Giglio not able to get the nose in there. Top 3 single out. Now top 5. First battle is Lucas Hoisman and Cliff Mullins for the 8th position. Hoisman trying to get on the inside of Cleaver. Mullins thought about closing that hole. Thought better of it. Mullins trying to find any way he can around Cleaver. Oh, the 30 Blake Roebuck goes around. Let's see if he had any help or just put the power down wrong. Looks like all on his own. That's unfortunate for the 30 of Blake Roebuck. Riding in a 3rd spot. Just gets a little out of shape coming off the corner. Gets a little high on exit. Gets maybe a little dirty track on the right rear. Around it goes. Very easy to do. Locks it down, and that brings out our caution. Blake Roebuck getting a little bit of a situation there. Now he's slowing down for the field, it appears. Is he going to be another driver trapped behind a pace car? Roebuck brings it to a stop, waiting for the field to catch up. Nope, Roebuck drives back around the pace car. Must have had to stop for any number of reasons. Happens in sim racing. Got something else going on you have to do. Nick Hammer, your lucky dog. Nick was once 3 laps down. Now he is 1 lap down. Got one more of them lucky dogs to go. And then Nick will be back on the lead lap. Tyler Clare, race leader, already talked to him. You can talk to Blake Giglio. Blake, DG, you got a copy?
Yo.
Well, I heard you counted down the restart with your competitor in chat with you. That's how you lost the lead. How you feeling?
He kind of did me dirty. I'm not gonna lie. He didn't even say a word or anything. He just joined and you know what?
Gotta be careful who's in your driver chat.
I know it's something.
We talked about going private on him, but everyone was like, no, don't do that, so we didn't.
Yeah, it's alright.
Jake from State Farm says, hi, Blake.
What's up, Jake? How's it going?
You
Jake
got
should
it.
be up here.
He should be, but he decided to Dega instead.
Well, it's, you know, with how it's going, it might be a good idea.
JR took Dega too.
Well, I might have to run some dig after this.
Evidently.
And probably crash out. I lose my precious IR.
Probably. You got any plans to get back to that 33 after what he did?
We're gonna send it. That's what we're gonna do.
10-4, well, coming to the green. Good luck to you, sir.
Good night.
Put Blake back down in his chat. That is second place inside restarter in the 16 there. Blake Giglio. Ty Leclerc leader gets a good restart. Blake Giglio trying to hang with them. Not able to stay alongside, but the 45 goes around in the background. 21 Clapper Newell's around as well. Adam Crozier was the first one I saw go around. See what happened back here in the back. Just tried to gas it up on the high lane. Not enough grip up there. Gets into the 21, spins him into the outside wall. William Ashburner getting sandwiched between the 91 of E.J. Johnson and the 45 of Adam Crozier. And we are back under caution. That might have been Nick Hammers getting back on the lead lap. We shall see. I have two cars now, one lap down. The 45 also a lap down, but he is behind the leader after that wreck. So I think it would be the 11's lucky dog. What caution number is this? 5 or 6? I lost count. It'll show right when another one comes out. I'll have to keep an eye on it. But I'm usually clicking on this timing screen to try and find what the yellow's for. Looks like that is going to be Nick Hammer's lucky dog. Nick Hammer from 3 laps down, back to the lead lap. Closing in on halfway of this one. And there he goes, back to the lead lap. Got that National Fallen Firefighter Foundation FireHero.org Chevy Camaro back on the lead lap. Got his buddy that used to be one of his firefighting brothers on the hood of that car. Memory of Captain G. Ramos. Giving him a good ride, getting back on lead lap here. I don't want to talk to Mike, because every time I talk to Mike he crashes. So I'm going to just leave Mike Edwards alone and pretend he doesn't exist. Bring up the other Mike. Mike Chris, DG, got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Not a whole lot. Sitting there in the 4th spot, riding behind the other Mike. How are things going for those two Fords?
Yeah, it's I don't think I have winning speed tonight, but I'm definitely a lot faster than I remember being at Martinsville. So I kind of like these cars here. They're kind of fun. So I'm trying to hang in the top 5. Hopefully some strategy will work out. Maybe save a set of tires, but that's looking like that's not going to matter. So I don't know. We'll see what happens here.
Maybe you can Kyle Busch your way to victory here.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, bud. You got the one win. You going to make enough races to make the playoffs?
Oh yeah, I should be here the rest of the year, which I think I need to. So.
Yes, sir. You would. That's why I was checking. All right, bud. Good luck.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
Send him back down to his team chat. Now that we're half a lap to go. That was Mike Chris in the CTC Ford number 70, the second car on the outside. Leader Ty Leclerc choosing the bottom, pushing Giglio up a bit, and then driving it off to get the restart. Giglio tried to keep up, but I think Leclerc is going to clear this time. Giglio acting like he's going to go to the bottom. Nothing doing there. Jump back a little bit. Side by side, Ian Montrose trying to get by Mike Chris. Montrose taking that shorter way around is going to get by Mike Chris. Mike Chris dives all the way to the bottom. Give him something to look at. But that allows Lucas Hoisman to get to the outside of Mike Christopher. Oh, Mike Chris very out of shape trying to get the power down in that 70. That may cost 2 spots as Cleaver and Hoisma go by. Mike Chris heading the wrong direction. Mike Edwards probably really happy I didn't talk to him. Mike Edwards up in a 3rd spot. Montrose now 4th. Lucas Hoisma 5th. Hoisma, the highest running car that has made a pit stop this race, currently in the 5th spot. Tyler Clare, Blake Giglio, Mike Edwards, Ian Montrose not making pit stops yet. Neither has Cody Cleaver in 6th or Mike Chris in 7th. So Lucas Hoisman, 97, already has made his stop. Right on the back bumper of Ian Montrose. Hoisman going to roll it to the top. Or at least get a wide entry so he can try to get off the corner. Gets into Ian Montrose. Montrose up and into the outside wall. Pretty hard smack for that number 1. So Lucas Hoisman gets in there and the right front is down on the 1 car. Daniel Llewellyn goes around right in front of him. That'll bring out a caution. That's actually pretty fortunate for the 1. Montrose is going to have to take a meatball repair there under green, but with the 23 of Llewellyn going around, that'll save the lap for the number 1. He will stay on the lead lap because of this. Let's first take a look at what happened to Llewellyn. He's racing with his teammate Quinn Newton in the 5. Llewellyn gets low trying to get away from Ian Montrose, and then that just makes both cars way too low for corner entry. Quinn Newton not able to keep it off his teammate. Newton gets up into Daniel Llewellyn. Around goes the 23. Now let's go back and see what happens to Montrose. Jump on board with the 1 machine. Just do this manually. Yeah, Lucas Hoisman's all over him coming off a 4. Then you see him dart to the outside to get a better run on corner exit. There was a brief hole there. Montrose tried to cover it, so they kind of came together at the same point. And Montrose gets into the outside wall pretty hard, breaks the right front suspension. And Llewellyn goes around right in front of him. Montrose pretty lucky for that situation between Llewellyn and Newton to keep him on the lead lap. So Montrose has come to pit road. Lucas Hoisman, by the way, has made it up to P2. It's like quite a few cars came down this time. Only 2 left that have not. Tyler Clare and Mike Chris, 1st and 3rd. Everyone else has made a pit stop. Ty is not going to give it up without a fight. Lucas might have to get a little aggressive on him. But there's still 50 laps to go, so should be not in too big of a rush. And he does know he has the tire advantage. He also has that I'm Lucas Hoisman advantage. Both these drivers have a win this season, as does 3rd place Mike Chris. Quinn Newton, 1st car in line without a win so far. Then Billy Davison in the 54. Also no win this season. Take a second look at our points here. Top 3 are all on that yellow list of drivers with a win. Cliff Mullins having a bit of a rough race so far, but back up to 6th. Place like Martinsville, you're never out of it until it's over. Getting set for a restart. Leclerc chosen the bottom again. Pushes Hoisma up. Gets the restart. Gets away from Hoisma. Somebody is already in the wall in the background. It's Scott Elston in the 85. We stay green as he rides the wall. EJ Johnson up and out of the groove. Looks like we're trying to go 3 wide back here with Garrett Boyd, but thought better of it. Lucas Hoytsma closing back in on the back bumper of Ty Leclerc. He got away on the restart, but has not gotten away far enough. Hoytsma's Pontiac all over the back of that Camaro. He's going to peak down there. Give Ty Leclerc something to think about. So keep the nose of that Pontiac filling up that left side mirror. Leclerc a little bit better job down that end on 1 and 2. Gets a little bit of separation. We'll come back if they get tightened back up. Mike Chris 3rd, Quinn Newton 4th, Billy Davison 5th, Ethan Evers, or Garrett Boyd 6th, Ethan Evers 7th, Blake Roebuck 8th, Cliff Mullins 9th, Mike Edwards back up to the top 10 after his pit stop, Blake Giglio 11th, Cody Cleaver in 12th, Zach Martinson 13th, Nick Cameron 14th, EJ Johnson 15th, Ian Montrose 16th, Jonathan Ledger 17th, Jeremy Clapper 18th, Will Asherbrenner 19th, Adam Crozier in 20th, Daniel Llewellyn 21st, Scott Elston 22nd. All those cars still in a lead lap. Dalton Hayes 21 laps down with a late start, and out of the race Dave Hoytsma will finish 24th tonight. Battle has tightened back up for the race lead a bit. Hoytsma very sideways coming off of 4 there. 46 laps to go. Now 45. Hoytsma very sideways getting into the corner. My goodness, that Pontiac sliding through the corner's entry. Drifted all the way a 3 and half a 4. We can go on board with Ty here. Take a look at the battle between him and Lucas. We're on board the 33 looking back at 2-time champ Lucas Hoytsma in the 97. And Mike Chris has quite a train behind him. Quinn Newton has Garrett Boyd closing in. Look at that action behind him. Good gracious. That is a lot of people trying to get forward. Garrett Boyd and the SpongeBob machine. Top 5 for him. Billy Davison, Ethan Evers. There's Mike Edwards in 8th now. Blake Giglio in 9th. Blake Roebuck in 10th. So the Blakes are back into the top 10. It's Cliff Mullins, Cody Cleaver behind. And there's a battle between Margerson. As Margerson loses it up to the top of the wall. 55 is going to go around. Is he going to save it? He's able to save it. He lost a ton of spots though. 55 goes for a, we'll call it a half spin. Half spin for Margerson. Lead gap hanging out at that 4/10 mark. 40 laps remain from Martinsville. Giglio gets by Ethan Evers. Giglio up into the 8th spot. Him and Mike Edwards moving forward after pitting on that last stop. Last yellow. Battles all over the racetrack. Hoytsma gets it down under a quarter second. Leaders closing in on lap traffic, the 45 ahead. That is Adam Crozier and the Ken Schrader throwback. Supposed to be throwback tonight. Got a few throwbacks in the field. That one throwing back to Ken Schrader. Hoytsma all over the back of Ty Leclerc. 36 laps to go. Let's jump on board the hood of Lucas Hoytsma. Watch this battle for the lead unfold. Take you for a couple laps around Martinsville, down into turn 1. Hoytsma running a little closer to the curve. As we get another yellow, Martinsville looks like he's gone around again. See if we can find out what happened to the 55. A little too much power off the corner. Around it goes, smacks the inside wall pretty hard. Substantial hit for the Lordco Ford there. Smacked it pretty good. Martinsville remains the last car in lead lap. Crozier just going a lap down. Should be our lucky dog in the 45 car. Our leaders both fake, then fake the faking, then go down pit road. Ty Leclerc hits pit road. Lucas Hoytsma, Mike Chris, Garrett Boyd holds top 4, comes down. Mike Edwards pitted last yellow. He is going to take the race lead. Quinn Newton on pit road. We'll sort who's in and who's out for the pits. Looks like Roebuck has stayed out. He will take over second. Cliff Mullins takes over third. Cleaver to fourth. Ian Montrose in fifth. Take a quick look at our pit laps here. See when people last came down. That's pit stops. We went the lap. Try again. Lap 66 for Edwards. He's going to be one of the best shaped cars. Montrose the other in the fifth spot. And Cleaver. All about the same. 87 is going to be the fresh tires. They're going to be coming from, it appears, 7th spot with the fresh tires. Edwards, Roebuck, Mullins, Cleaver, Montrose, Ledger. All going to hope those cars are wide enough to hold off everyone else with 30 laps to go. What's up, Clint? How's it going, my man? Dalton Hayes heading down pit road. I'm still not going to talk to Mike. Every time I do, bad things happen. Good to hear that, Clint. Roebuck P2, Cliff Mullins. In the third spot, Cody Cleaver fourth, Ian Montrose fifth. Jonathan Ledger in sixth. Those are the guys staying out here. Everyone else choosing to come down. Interesting enough, for some reason, Quinn Newton's pit stop shows 9/10 of a second. Perhaps he took just a fast repair? I don't know. That's weird. Or it could be wrong. Also happens. Not mistaken, we should be 1 to green here, yep. That's why I didn't go and pull anybody. Didn't want to distract them on their coming to green lap. Lights out on our iRacing Pace Car Sedan. Edwards and Roebuck set to get us restarted. Ford, Chevy front row. Pontiac and Dodge behind them. Feels like it's 2003 again. Edwards gets back to the gas, gets a gap on Roebuck. Roebuck then quickly looks to the lead. And yellow is back out. Nick Hammer's around. Jeremy Clapper's involved. Officer Waters, thank you so much for the follow. See if we can find what happens to our guys towards the back of the field here on the restart. It happens pretty quickly. These cars are probably still in the backstretch when it happens, going into 3 and 4. Nick Cameron just goes around on the restart. That high lane, very difficult to get traction in. Nick Cameron in the 11 spins it around right in front of Clapper. These shoe drivers getting hung up on the restart. Should give lucky dog to the 23 of Llewellyn. Let's take a look at our pit lap. The tires are up to 6th. Leclerc able to get by Jonathan Ledger on that short little restart there. There goes Llewellyn back on the lead lap. So now 22 cars on the lead lap. Dalton Hayes 24 laps down. 25 laps down. And Dave Hoytsma out of the race. Mike Edwards leading this race. Mike started 13th. Currently out front. Roebuck right where he started. Second to second. Cliff Mullins started 12th up to 3rd. Dalton Hayes said he did burnouts in the pits and called it a night. Cody Cleaver in the 4th spot. Ian Montrose in the 5th spot. Hayes up on top of the box now. Be Mr. Pit Strategy. Tyler Leclerc in 6th. Started 5th. Got plenty of speed. He's the first car on fresh tires. They came down lap 87. So those tires are still very fresh. iRacing one day. That's the goal, bud. That is the goal. And don't bring your heat bad habits over with you. We got a few guys that run heat. This 70, Mike Chris, he's a NASCAR heat guy. As is the 16 behind him, Blake Giglio. That's where they both came from, NASCAR heat. Alright, we're getting set for a restart. Hot diggity dog. Mike Edwards, your control car in the 14 on the inside line. Pushes up high, turns it sharp left, gets the drive off the corner, leaves Blake Roebuck behind. Action's going to be in this area. Everyone makes it through. Blake Giglio up the track in the 16. Looks like he may have gotten a little door bang from the 28. We're going to keep watching this action up towards the top 10. See, top 2 cars all got in the way. Tyler Leclerc using those fresh tires. He's already up to the 3rd spot, getting by Cliff Mullins. Not a good sign for Roebuck and Edwards. Tyler Leclerc already up to 3rd with 23 laps to go. Edwards and Roebuck going to have to make those 2 cars very wide to hold back Tyler Leclerc. Nice. Leclerc looking to the inside on Blake Roebuck. That would be for the 2nd spot. If he manages his time, he figures he has about 10 laps to pass Roebuck and 10 laps to pass Edwards. And the problem is those laps go by in a hurry going around Martinsville if we stay green. Leclerc does get to the inside of Roebuck, gets that nose alongside. Going to take a very low entry. And he will clear Roebuck coming off the corner. That is the last thing Mike Edwards wanted to see. A Tyler Leclerc on fresh tires. No cars between him and the race leader with 20 to go. Somebody's up and around. Who is that, Giglio? 16, Blake Giglio has gone around in 3 and 4. Not been the kind of night we're used to seeing out of Blake Giglio. Let's see how he ended up around. It's like Quinn Newton gets in there pretty good. And Giglio is running a little bit slower. Newton not expecting that. Gets into the back of his teammate. Turns him around. Quinn Newton unable to stay out of the back of the 16 and sends him around. Newton up into the top 10 now. Giglio will fall back to the 22nd spot. I'm not sure if Edwards is happy about this or angry about this. It puts another heat cycle on Tyler Leclerc's tires. Should help Edwards try to equalize him a bit, but it's still quite a difference. I believe it was 20, 25 laps difference. .21 lap difference there. He had, what, half second? Now it's going to be up to how he gets a restart here for the gap between the two. I don't want to talk to Mikey because he gets mad at me every time I do. We've already talked to Ty. Roebuck has the oldest tires at lap 52 is his pit. Maybe get a chat with him, see what he's thinking strategy-wise. We weren't thrilled. Yeah, it could go either way. Like, you could be happy that it bunches the field up and you have opportunity to not have Ty Leclerc working you on fresh tires for 20 laps. Now you're only going to have him 15 laps, maybe. Lights stay on our iRacing sedans, so it'll be, what, 15 to go, more than likely. Doing a little pacing around Martinsville. Got some decent green flag runs in here, though. Jeez. Have to shout out our administrator, Maverick Torquia, apparently in a car accident. Seems okay because he's talking to us, but certainly thinking about him right now. That is why he is not here tonight. We're kind of running the show on our own. $15 laps to go from Martinsville. Lights out on our pace car. We're getting set for the final 15. Be 14 at the line. And here we go. Mike Edwards, Ty Leclerc, side by side. Time to go or go home. Mike Edwards, great restart, leaves Roebuck side by side as there's conflict in the background. Looks like Jonathan Ledger in the 28 had an issue. Yellow finally comes out. It took quite a while. Let's see what unfolded towards the back of the field. Looks like the same song, different verse as the 28, unable to get the power down smoothly on the restart. That high line just so tricky on restarts for these drivers. And several cars getting involved. 45 of Crozier goes around, the 11 of Hammer, and the 16 of Giglio got pieces of it. A couple of great looking throwback schemes for the Mopar Dodge and the M&M's Pontiac. Not helping them much here as they are 21st and 22nd. The last two cars on the lead lap. Well, Mike Edwards had to like this one. Since Ty Leclerc had already caught back up. He's going to get a few more laps under yellow. Formulate a plan, put another heat cycle into 33 tires. Lucas Hoisman slowly made his way back up to the 6th spot. Cliff Mullins riding 4th. Mike Edwards trying to strategy his way to a win here. Started 13th. Now out front trying to hang on. 21 lap older tires than Ty Leclerc in 2nd. Edwards trying to become, I believe, our 6th different winner this season. Yeah, Edwards not with a win this season, so he's trying to pick up and be our 6th different winner in 6 races. Ty Leclerc won last week. He would go to the top of the charts with a second win. Who's going to win? That depends on these yellows, my man. If we get a 2-lap shootout, I don't think Ty can catch him unless he full sends and wrecks them both. It's tough. It's a tough call. It's Mike Edwards, your leader. Ty Leclerc second. Blake Roebuck third. Let's see if we can pull in 30 car. See who his pick is. He's down in forward right. There he is. Blake, DG, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Real quick, you got the backstretch to tell me. Who's your pick to win?
Oh, I'm going 14 all day long.
Alright, 10-4. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Blake Roebuck thinks our leader, Mike Edwards, in the 14 is going to hold on to it. We'll see what happens. Edwards, your control car on the inside as we get set for the restart. Edwards gets to the accelerator, takes off out of the restart zone, gets ahead of Leclerc. 8 laps remaining as he comes across the line. Roebuck really had to check up to stay out of the back of the 33. That allowed Ian Montrose to his inside, but the action, we're following up front. Ty Leclerc, Mike Edwards battle for the race lead. There's a wreck behind. Blake Roebuck getting involved. Garrett Boyd, that's going to bring out the yellow. We're still piling up. There's the yellow. That was a very delayed yellow. Yellow is thrown by iRacing tonight. Race control in an accident. Not able to be here tonight. So all yellows thrown by iRacing. Oh, y'all didn't tell me the points were still up. Sorry. My bad. Pro broadcaster. It's okay, Blake Roebuck didn't want to see his car go around anyway. But we're going to take one more look. See how Blake went from 3rd to 30th. So just a saying, because we can only go to 26, 24 in this one. The broadcaster curse continues. We talked to Blake Roebuck and he gets involved in a tussle. Can't believe that keeps happening. He gets up out of the groove. Ian Montrose gets to his inside. He's all the way to the top side. Montrose still alongside. Roebuck tries to clear down and look like, and Montrose was definitely there. And then it's just a pileup. He tries to hold his brake, but people are still coming and the yellow's not out yet. All kinds of calamity between Ashbrenner and I believe that was 28 of Ledger. Just all stacked up, nowhere to go. Now he's on pit road with 5 to go. Field coming around. No team interviews currently, thanks. Broadcaster curse is real, man. It's so real. So very real. Reset your top 5. That now includes Lucas Hoysma in the 5th spot. Ian Montrose 4th, Cliff Mullins 3rd, Ty Leclerc and Mike Edwards from 5th to 1st. Quinn Newton up to the 6th spot. Ethan Evers, Garrett Boyd, Mike Chris making his way back up. Zach Marterson. His Ford Fusion's coming back to the front. Billy Davison and Kia. EJ Johnson's Camry, Blake Giglio, Chevy Impala, Cleaver's Charger, Wallon in a Chevy, Clapper in a Mustang, Elston in a Chevy, Nick Hammer's Camaro, Cruzur's Pontiac, Asher Branner in a Camaro, Blake Roebuck Chevy, Jonathan Ledger's Dodge Charger, and Dalton Hayes chilling on pit road in his Coca-Cola Camaro. I believe we're in green-white checker territory here. It's currently it's lap 118 of 120, but we're not 1 to green yet, so it's going to add some laps here. We are going to be in green-white checker territory. Field forms up. Mike Edwards needs to go 2 laps to win this race. Tyler Leclerc not going to give him an inch. Very important restart for the 14. Cuts it down sharp left. Does not get as good of a jump as he's been getting on Tyler Leclerc. He's going to protect the bottom. Leclerc gets all of the top he wants. Mike Edwards trying to force Leclerc to go the long way around. And the yellow comes back out. Going to green-white checker attempt number 2. Let's go back and find out what brought out the most recent yellow flag. The Croziers just had a bumpy night. It'd be like that sometimes. Roebuck gets to his inside, they're 3 wide. Roebuck catches a piece of the curb, gets up into Crozier. Crozier, the innocent bystander in that one, gets sent around in the 45. Alright. Dalton, should we interview Mike now? Looks like Lucas Hoisman has joined Cliff Mullins in the 2 Extreme Motorsports chat. That is 2nd and 3rd hanging out together. Dalton with the big no thank you. Mike Edwards trying to hang on with those old tires. Cliff Mullins, about 9 lap older tires than our leader. He's still in the 3rd spot. Great job by Mullins. Hanging tough up there. 3 of our top 5 have 20 lap older tires. Track position meaning everything here at Martinsville tonight. Light's still on our pace car. Just randomly interview someone. Just pull a random person in. Let's pull in Daniel for fun. Daniel, DG, you got a copy? Daniel didn't want to talk to me. Don't blame him. Everybody talks to Rex. If you see that bluish purple car go around, it's because I tried to talk to him. Mike Edwards pushing Leclerc up from the bottom, trying to get the best run he can to the start-finish line here. Cliff Mullins gets turned. And they're stacking up behind him. We're going to be under yellow for sure. There's no way that's not a yellow. Ty Leclerc gets out of shape in 2nd. Are we really about to get the white? There's the yellow flag. That took a long time to manifest. What a pile-up that was. 11 of Hammer on pit road already. Let's see, we saw Ethan Evers in that one. Let's backtrack from him. Hey, I told you the purple card would be in it. Alright, so we saw, I believe Cliff Mullins was the first one to get out of shape here. He is in the 3rd spot. Gets out of shape under the throttle. Then it's just a stack up. Ian Montrose gets into it. Everyone piles in. My goodness. Just a cluster. Nowhere to go. Inside line all piled up with the second place car on the inside line, Cliff Mullins. Yeah, the 37 just did not get going, and then everyone piled in, nowhere to go. See a Montrose, Evers, Christopher, Davison, Cleaver, Llewellyn, Hammer, Ledger, Crozier, Clapper. Just half the field was in that. We're going to green-white checkered attempt number 3. Mike Edwards trying to ride this one out. It's got to be nerve-wracking for those drivers trying to battle it out. Caution comes out behind them. Lucas Hoisman out to the 3rd spot. Can't make Mike Edwards feel any better. Edwards' best hope now is that the 33 and 97 battle each other. Let him get away. Demolition Derby or what? It's the last part of the race. You just gotta go. They were all set to go, 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 and then all of a sudden they had to stop, stop, stop. That's very difficult to do in a race car. Like you're coming around the corner, the wall's pretty tall, you can't really see much around it. Next thing you know, everyone's just stopped in front of you. You got no choice but to pile in. Not a lot of visibility here. Alright, we are lights out. Pace car makes its way through turn 2 and onto the backstretch. This is it, folks. Final green-white checker. Checkers or wreckers, somebody's going to win. Somebody's probably going to have hurt feelings. Coming out of turn number 4 for the final restart. And Edwards gets a decent one. Gets ahead of Ty Leclerc. And, oh my gosh, the 30 is around. We have a pileup coming out of 4 again. Hayes says there's 4 green-white checkers. If that is true, we got another one to go. Check back in our announcements here. Does not tell us how many quick repairs are in the announcements. Cliff Mullins says, what a joke. Field catches up to the pace car once more. One repair, right? Doesn't say how many green-white checkers this is. Oh, is there beef? Are we talking about Cliff saying what a joke? Well, at least he did 4, not unlimited. Alright, so we have 4 instead of 3. We're supposed to have 3. Mike Edwards going, son of a... If Mav had set it up correctly, you would have the win already. There goes Crozier getting a wave around. Lucky Dog to the 45. There's our desktop. In case you needed to know what our desktop looked like. But trying to get from the timing screen over to the theme screen. It'd be like that sometime. So, this will be the last restart. Just kidding on that last one. Somebody with the oops, making it 4 green white checkers this race instead of 3. We're going to use all 4 of them. FBI, open up. I'll say it for you. Lights out on our iRacing pace car sedan. I promise you, this is the last time. All the drivers have told me 4. So if it's 5, they lied to me. And I promise you they wouldn't all lie to me. Some of them would, not all of them. So final attempt for real this time. Checkers or wreckers. Mike Edwards, Tyler Clare on the front row. Lucas Hoitzman lurking in 3rd. Edwards gets a great restart. Edwards off and running. Tyler Clare has Lucas Hoitzman to worry about. Tyler Clare sends on the outside, trying to get alongside. Lucas Hoitzman sends low. Tyler Clare, Hoitzman battle for the 2nd spot. There is a crash behind. Jonathan Ledger goes around off the front bumper of Ethan Edwards. Caution is out, and that is going to be our race. Mike Edwards going to bring home the victory in the 14. This last lap will be run under yellow, but Mike Edwards getting the victory in the Fort Worth Screen Esports Ford Fusion. Mike pitting before most of the field, staying out with the track position. And yellow after yellow, keeping the 33 and 97 from taking advantage of those tires. And there it is, the checker flag, Mike Edwards with the win. Tyler Clare 2nd. Hoitzma, Boyd, Giglio, Newton, Martison, Christopher Asherbranner at top 10s. Scott Elston in there in 10th. Ethan Evers 11th. Llewellyn 12th. Montrose, Johnson, Davison, Robot, Clapper, Newell, Crozier, Cleaver, and then Ledger, who was involved in a wreck there at the end. That's going to do it from Martinsville. A bunch of the guys are goofing off, having a good time. Mike Evers going to come burn it down. Bring some friends with him as he's going to get nearly hit. Scott Elston with the good avoid. Chaos on the front stretch as everyone piles in to celebrate the race is over. Mike Evers doing a Polish victory lap. Did Neo hit him after the race? Ethan sent him in the race. Watching our winner do a little celebrating. Got the drones out, checking it out. Wonder if that car handles any better going the opposite direction. Edwards noses up to his teammate Asherbranner at the start-finish line. Ethan Evers joining him in there. Evers being pushed around by Asherbranner in a 31. This is one way to celebrate as a team. Alright, top 3 to the waiting room. Hoitzman, Leclerc, and Edwards. See if we can pick up our first driver. We do have Lucas in there. Good job, Edwards on the win, that's right. Here's Mr. Hoitzman, 97. See if we can get some good footage here. There we go. Bring him up to the broadcast booth. Lucas, DG, you got a copy?
Gotcha.
Well, it looks like you just needed some more green flag runs to get those tires to work in and just weren't able to get them there towards the end. Is that kind of how it felt behind the wheel?
Yeah, I tried a little bit of strategy, tried to pit for those tires early. I think that was pretty good, but once I got up to Ty, he had some speed, it's, taking the lead is a little sketchy, but the whole night we were having some team radio issues. Couldn't figure that out, and it's all right. We'll get that figured out later on. But it was a good start to that race. We had actually a decent green run. I thought we were going to be good, and then everybody saw it was close to the end, so we decided to use all 4 of our green white checkers we paid for. But yeah, just overall a decent race. I'm happy with P3 for how many yellows we had, and shout out to the guys who weren't wrecking tonight because there was a little few, even me.
Well, you got any friends, family, sponsor shout-outs you need to give out?
Shout out to Labor 12. Got the Labor 12 paint scheme on this week. CTC Racing, you for doing the broadcast. All the admins who put on this series, they do a great job. They do a great job enforcing everything. It's been a good season so far. Hopefully we can do some more.
Sam 4, congrats on your podium finish, and we'll catch you in the next race, bud.
See you next week.
Lucas Hoytsman in the 97. Neo is pissed, as usual. Nothing new there. Let's go on board with the 33. Bring in Ty Leclerc, finishing P2 tonight. Ty, DG, you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, it looks like you just couldn't get enough green flag runs to get an honest run at the win there, but looks like a pretty decent night overall. Still bringing home a second place. Tell me how it felt.
Yeah, car was good. I mean, it just didn't really get an opportunity at Michael. I mean, I was faster on raw speed. I had better tires and a better strategy, but with all the cautions, just can't make anything happen. It's not like you can give a bump and run or anything in these cars. So, you know what? We did what we did, ended how it ended, and we'll go on to next week and see what we can do.
And Lucas gave you quite a run there towards the end, but you're able to hold him off at least. Something positive to think about, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You got any friends, family, sponsor shout-outs you need to give out?
Yeah, I want to thank Janie Welding and Fabrication, Maconi Setup Shop, Nicholas Cola Racing, yeah, SRL for all they do, you for broadcasting. I think technically Michael is the race controller, so I guess we'll say thank you to him, even though he beat me.
Well, technically Maverick, and Maverick was in a car accident why
Oh.
he wasn't there tonight, so
Oh, well, that's not good.
at least he's talking and typing and talking about it, so it can't be too bad, right?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, right?
That's good.
All right, bud. Congrats on your P2 finish, and we'll catch you in the next one.
All right, thank you.
It's Tyler Clare in the 33. And let's go ahead and bring in Mikey. Can I interview you now?
Sure.
Well, bud, you brought home the victory. The strategy worked out with pitting early and just holding track position as long as you can. All the yellows keeping the fresh tires away, not getting a long enough run to get by you. And was that your plan all along?
I don't know. I really didn't have a plan. I was honestly going with Blake the whole time. So I pitted there about halfway through the race and saw him pit like 15 laps later, so I didn't see the point, and it worked.
Nice. Well, accidentally backed into that one, huh?
Yeah, somehow. Usually I mess it up while I'm in the lead at these short tracks. Usually spin out by myself, trying to jump it, and it worked.
Oh, that's because I didn't interview you. If I had interviewed you, you would have Cliff Mullins it for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. Everybody in the race was wanting an interview too.
Well, congrats. Good job on the win. You have any friends, family, sponsor shout-outs you need to give out there?
Just everybody with Fort Worth Screen Esports. Great team, great group of guys. Dalton was out early, but he still stayed and helped us all out on top of the box. And then owner of the team, I guess you can say, John Garrett, with his first Talladega start this weekend in ARCA, and we're all in the car, so pretty excited to see that. Well, yeah.
Yeah, we got Sidewinder Racing League Snake in the Swiss Army on the side of that B post for the John Garrett's ARCA car in Talladega this weekend. If you guys haven't seen it, go on over to the Discord and check it out. Anything else you want to draw attention to as league owner and manager while you're here?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad race for Martinsville. Had a few long runs, which is really surprising, especially in these ARCA cars, which getting net coded really, really bad. Also, like to say sorry to Billy Davidson for kind of clipping him there towards the start. Felt bad about that one, but I mean, it is what it is.
That it is, and it definitely isn't what it isn't.
That's a lot of words.
All right, bud. I'll let you get on out of here. Celebrate your win tonight. Congrats on the victory at Martinsville. Are you going to be able to make enough races to make it to the playoffs or not?
Yeah, I think I've only missed one in ARCA, I believe.
I just know you weren't in the top 12.
It's been a rough season. Several DNFs and all the series. This is my first win this season. First decent finish this season, so I'll take it.
Sam 4, I believe that's what, win number 14 for you? Something like that?
No, total I think 17. I don't know. Not as many as Lucas.
Not as many as Lucas, that's right.
10% of Lucas. How about that?
And more than Daniel.
Agreed.
He's in the chat saying F you, so I figured I'd throw that in. All right, bud. Congrats on the victory, and enjoy it.
Thanks, bud.
Mike Edwards, your winner tonight in the 14. Getting the job done on strategy, pitting before everyone else pretty much, staying out on the older tires and just using the cautions to keep them out front. Scott saying sorry for scaring you during the burnout. Oh man, let's take a look at our final rundown here from Martinsville. Jump back live, click over here, and boom. Well, let's get rid of the other things too. We don't need these. There we go. Beautiful. Mike Edwards, your winner tonight. Tyler Clare gets P2. Lucas Hoitzman, Garrett Boyd, Blake Giglio, your top 5. Quinn Newton, Zach Margerson, Mike Chris, William Asherbrenner, and Scott Elston round out your top 10. Ethan Evers, 11th. Daniel Llewellyn, 12th. Ian Montrose, 13th. EJ Johnson, 14th. Billy Davidson, 15th. Blake Roebuck, strong early up front often. Doesn't get the finish to show for it. Drops back to 16th. Jeremy Claflin-Newell, 17th. Adam Crozier, 18th. Jonathan Ledger, saw him get spun there towards the end. Finishes in 19th. Cody Cleaver, 2 laps down in 20th. And the final runners, Cliff Mullins, 11 laps down. Struggled with a couple of wrecks late. Ends up 21st after a good run. Nick Hammer, 22nd. Dalton Hayes, 23rd. Dave Hoitzma, first car out of the race tonight, will finish 24th. All right, that'll do it. We have to tell you, this has been iRacing.com. You can go there, pick up a subscription. You can go get these cars in this track and race with us. Head on over to dgsracing.com. Click on the big red snake. That'll get you to our Discord where you can sign up to run any of our leagues. Monday night ARCA, Tuesday Xfinity, Wednesday Cup Series, Thursday a double header with the super late models and the trucks. Friday we run fun hosted races, give away some iRacing credits there. Saturday we have the Legends Series, and then Sunday we have Street Stocks, both dirt and asphalt. Come on out, check it all out. Appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. We'll catch you in the next race, and thank you so much.